Hello everyone! Today I'm taking a look at some new items that Grabie has kindly sent to me. They've sent me some items and it's kind of a surprise what's in here. I knew a few of the products, but yeah, so I'm going to unbox these with you guys. We'll do some swatching and first impressions, and if there's anything you're interested in, I'll have a coupon for 15% off in the description box. So make sure you take advantage of that. Let's open this up and see what we have here. All I've done is cut the tape so I can make it a little easier not to fight with the box. Let's see what we have here. All right. So first, there is some Grabie. It's a 12-month watercolor calendar. So we'll take a look at that. And then they wrapped it to keep everything safe. They put some bubble wrap in there. Okay, and then we have a watercolor coloring book. That looked fun. It's full of fall images. There is a 168 watercolor set, and this has watercolors, and I think this is a whole kit. Oh, it's a whole kit. It comes with watercolors, a brush pen, a pencil art sponge, and a watercolor swatch sheet. Next, I have some watercolor pads. This is they're 100% cotton paper. It is cotton, I believe it's cotton rag. So that's nice. And then, oh, look at this. And then also some synthetic brushes. All right, so I have everything out of the plastic wrapping, and now let's take a look at everything. So I think the first thing we'll take a look at is these, oh, desk is a mess. They have some watercolor brushes. These are synthetic watercolor brushes. And it says they're premium. It includes the round 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. So let's take a look. I love that they put them in this cute little container, and then when you're done with this, you can fill it up with something else. You could even paint a sticker over that and give it as a gift. Honestly, it's pretty cute. So let's take this out. Okay, so this time it's in a felt wrap instead of a little canvas bag. It's in a little roll-up. Okay. Have a 10 and an 8 would be my favorite. I think these are great sizes, and they seem to look like they're standard sized with some of my professional lines, so I like that. For round brushes, these look pretty nice. I'm going to wash these out and get these ready to paint with. We have a 12-month watercolor calendar for 2025 from Grabie, and let's open this and see. This is, so they have it in a nice little envelope. Oh, okay. So it's a little calendar kit that you can paint something on top, and then you have your calendar, and then it looks like you would assemble it like this, and then let's see, how would that go? Like that, maybe. So you could paint it, and then each month you could paint a new theme, and then you would have your calendar down there. So that's kind of, and it also is, I think this would make a really good gift as well. And they did say in an email that this set always sells out. So if you're interested in this, I would try to pick this up before it sells out. This feels like cotton. That's pretty cool. Next, there is a watercolor coloring book. Honestly, I think I was most excited about this because so many times I really want to paint, but that means I have to have time to draw, and I can be hard on myself. So it's hard for me just to draw quick and then paint. And I just want to paint, honestly. Sometimes I just want to, play with the color. So I thought this would be a really easy way, and I love that they made it on 100% cotton because I've purchased coloring books before and the paper wasn't quite there. So I'm going to flip through here really quick. Oh, look at that. That's pretty. even if you have really nice paints already, I think a lot of people could use this. And this paper actually feels like hot press paper. So have some really pretty images that are all drawn out, so you can just go and paint and you don't have to worry about the drawing. Okay, so you have some nice acorns, some nice pumpkins, have an envelope with flowers, and these images are actually drawn pretty good. That's oh, look at this one. It looks like, is that a rabbit or a squirrel? It's I guess it's a squirrel. It just has really long ears and a rabbit face. I'm not sure. I love all the acorns and berries and leaves and everything they've put in there. That's really cute. Okay, and then here you have a, I'm just gonna flip through the rest of these. Some mushrooms, hello autumn. So you could paint these and then make these into a card to send to somebody if you want, or you could just paint them for fun. Here's another, it looks like a bunny and a bird with some hibiscus flowers. Yeah, they could do one of these for every season. Oh, they have a bike with some pumpkins. That's kind of cute. Okay, that's nice. So I think that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm glad I got that. And then next I have some watercolor paper, and so this is 15 sheets of 100% cotton paper. I believe it is cotton rag paper, and this is their, basically their little over 10 by 7 paper pad. And this actually feels like it has more, this is the cold press, and it feels like it has more texture. Let's see, yeah, this feels even nicer. This was nice. It didn't have too much texture. This feels like they might have even improved it a little. This feels like it even has a little more texture the way I like. I like it with just a little, I like it like this. It's not too much, but just right. So definitely going to be doing some painting on that. That feels really nice. So I can never get enough 100% cotton paper. Okay, and then next we have this Watercolor Kit. And so this is the new, I believe this is new to Grabie. Let's see what's in here. This says it has 168 watercolors. Wow, that's a lot. And we have a water brush pen, a pencil, a sponge, and a watercolor swatch sheet. Let's check this out. Okay. Okay, so it says that it only has 5 products, but it actually has 6 because here's the swatches. Oh, I'm so glad they have the swatches with all the colors. That's a lot of colors to swatch, and I don't know if they would have included this, if that would have taken forever. Has a water brush. We'll take a look at that in a minute. And then it comes with a watercoloring coloring book. Okay, so it did not list that, and it's 100% cotton. Let me open this up and let's see if it is the same or if it's different. I'm really thankful they sent that swatch sheet. Okay, let's check out this coloring book. Oh, look at that. That's cute. How cute that mushroom is. This again feels like hot press paper. Doesn't have much texture at all. So that actually means if you didn't want to use watercolors, it would work really well with gouache. It would work really good with colored pencils. It would work really good with watercolor pencils as well. Oh, look, it's a hummingbird. Looks like a hummingbird. Oh, I love this. This is great. Oh my gosh, they have a fox. I love foxes. All right, well, I know I'm gonna have to paint this for sure. Oh, and they have a palm tree. So this is not just for fall, it's kind of for all seasons. And now they even have one for Christmas. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm excited. And this is exactly what I need. Okay, let's check out the watercolors. So it comes in a really colorful tin. That's really nice. So the tin's really nice. And then look, it's got some clasps on the end that are silver. Let's open it up. It's like a little treasure chest of art supplies. Okay. And then it has the watercolors inside. And the watercolors actually, they have some different types. The actual colors, okay, so I'm gonna take a look at these. So these are definitely budget friendly, but actually they don't, I'll say this as nice as I can. They're better than I thought they were going to be, because for 168 I was thinking they have to be like Artistro quality, you know. These feel, these feel like Artistros over here, if I'm being perfectly honest. But the colors feel better. So we'll see when we actually swatch and paint with them. But I think if I was a crafter, I would have been all over this, because I would have loved to have all the colors and all the, not have to mix when I was a crafter and I was a card maker. When I first started out, I didn't know anything about watercolors. Now, it's funny how we change, because now I look at all these colors and I try not to get overwhelmed. Yeah, it looks like some pretty colors in here, so I can't wait to try these out. Now, when you open it, the lid, the hinges do get in the way, so I think it's best to keep those upright if you want to lay that. So, okay, there we go. I hope they can. There, okay, now I can leave it. It lays flat, it doesn't wobble, so that's nice. It is an ice cube trays, and it's a little, can see here, it's got a little, it's a little smushed. But so you can't really change your colors around if the color order bothers you. And but you could, after a while, you could, let's see, okay, this comes right out, and just have one half at a time, so I'm not so overwhelmed. And then one day use my pretty macaroon colors, and then one day use the regular colors. But you could also use magnets on your half pans if you use all these up, which I don't know if you ever really could, but it's nice to have options. So now let's take a look at this watercolor toolkit. So it comes with a pencil, if you're a beginner, a sponge, a pencil sharpener, and then it also comes with 3 water brushes. And then it does tell you how to use them. Basically, you have to do it opposite of what you think. So these are great if you want to use some watercolor brushes. You can just fill these, and it has instructions on how to fill it. I'm not going to pre-wet them because I do want to see the real colors. Okay, I'm just going to swatch them upside down. I really do want to, I want to start with the lighter colors before I go to the darker colors. And let's see, I'm going to just put a drop of water on the metallics. I can tell it's a different formula. The rest of them, I'm not going to put any water on. I'm just going to swatch them how they come. This is the Grabie 168 watercolor set. It includes 84 regular colors, 48 metallic colors, 12 fluorescent colors, and 24 macaron colors. They're listing it as being 100% non-toxic. I'm going to swatch them all out, and then I'm going to share kind of 3 projects that I did, but I'm not going to show them start to finish because that would make this video way too long. But I'm just going to give you some ideas of what I did. So this was another just for fun paint set, but I've learned that they can, you know, they really can get you, especially out of an art funk. Some really nice colors and they're pretty. It's going to be hard for you to know which color to use if you want to learn and you want to mix and you're following along with somebody on YouTube that's telling you to use a phthalo blue because that's a good mixing color. Yeah, I think this would be their phthalo blue. So you could get really good mixes with that. Let's go ahead and just use this yellow and make sure. Yeah, that's a good mixing yellow. You could get good greens with that, and it's even better if you can mix it in a palette. All right, and then when you want to go do your ultramarine, I think this, maybe this Chelsea blue, I'm not sure if it's, which one, they've got all these blues, surely there's an ultramarine, I guess. Maybe it's the Chelsea blue and I just didn't swatch it out good. I don't know, this doesn't look like an ultramarine. This looks like a cobalt hue, maybe. Maybe this is supposed to be their ultramarine. But I'm not seeing any. Usually ultramarine is a little more warm. Let's see if I get any granulation. Ultramarine is a very inexpensive pigment, so even the budget brands usually include it. That doesn't really look like ultramarine either. I don't know. I can't imagine they're not including an ultramarine. I think since there's so many colors, I was just so maybe overwhelmed and didn't swatch one of the blues right. I don't know. I can't find the ultramarine. See, I'm just explaining. I'm just reiterating that it's not a good set for people who want to learn. It's a set for people who want to use it for art therapy, for crafting, for coloring books, that kind of thing. And you don't want to mix any colors. I have friends that they love playing with colors, but they don't want to mix or learn. And while I don't, my daughter's a little like that. And while I don't understand it, you know, everybody's different. I like this color a lot too. So yeah, there's definitely some pretty colors and you can have a lot of fun with them. I think actually this would be a great set to paint with and use the coloring cube cards and grab your favorite art book. To me, the best part of this kit is this coloring book. I really hope eventually they sell this coloring book separate because I think as a beginner, I mean, still honestly as an artist, my biggest obstacle most of the time thinking of what to paint. I don't always have time to draw and paint like I want to for the animals. So having something I can grab each night, I can grab the colors, I can grab the watercoloring book, and then I can just play with color. Yeah, I'm a fan of that. So we're gonna do that today. So let's go ahead and paint something. So the first thing I wanted to do is start painting these pumpkins. I'm not going to share the whole project because that would make this video too long, but I just want to give you some ideas of some of the testing that I did. I started painting the pumpkins with the Grabie watercolors, and you can see that they form just nicely. And then I switched to my Daniel Smith watercolors. Beauty of this watercolor book is it is sold separately, so you can purchase it and you can use it with any watercolors you have. So great to just grab these and play with color, which is what I love to do. And then I pulled out my Caran d'Ache, my Super Color watercolor pencils. They all painted great on this 100% cotton paper. I really enjoyed it. So I looked in my studio and I happened to find a ceramic palette that fit perfectly on this Grabie watercolor set. It seems like this set came in a set of 2 palettes, and I purchased it for gouache, and it happened to fit perfect. That made mixing just a joy. If I can find it, I'll link it below. So then I wanted to try the Grabie watercolor paper. I want to paint this several times because I love that fox. I'll use the watercolor paper that's cold press, and I enjoy cold press paper a bit more, and drew the fox again on the watercolor paper. And I started to paint it, and then my battery died, and so I'll finish painting that another day. So of all the products they sent me today, I really enjoyed the brushes. The watercolor brushes I thought were really nice. I'll definitely be using those again. I love the paper pad. I'll be definitely using the paper pad again. And I'll be using the watercoloring books immediately, because I really did enjoy those. Lastly, I decided to go ahead and paint with this watercolor coloring book that came with a paint kit, and that was truly my favorite because it's larger, and so it's much easier to have space to watercolor. The smaller book, I think some of the images will be fine, and maybe you can do a quick wash with watercolor, but some of the images are so small, you're probably going to be better off using watercolor pencils or just colored pencils, honestly, because that paper is really nice. But I really like the large format. It made it really nice to watercolor on, and there was plenty of room to make the washes that I wanted to make. So I'm going to paint a hummingbird, and again, I'm not going to share the whole thing. I'm just going to share a little bit of my painting, and I will say that one thing I've learned is once things come to the ugly stage, that's when I kind of turn the camera off, and then I come back later and then I fix it most of the time. I did really enjoy painting this hummingbird, but you'll see I painted it wrong underneath the branch, and that's why when I was painting it, I was like, what's wrong with this? It doesn't look good. It's because part of those feathers were supposed to be the tail, and I did not see that there should have been like a line to separate the belly from the tail feathers. I painted some of those tail feathers green, and so that's why I kept looking at it thinking, what is wrong with this? I don't like this. But I was able to off camera go and fix it. I was able to lift some of the paint. That I will share the finished hummingbird that I painted, and I really liked it. And I only used Grabie watercolors. I also just used a little bit of gouache. I was able to use the metallics on there, and yeah, I really love the hummingbird that I painted, and I especially loved how I did the eye. Thanks to Grabie for sending me these supplies to try. I really enjoyed them. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.